Hey everybody, it's BJ.
Hey y'all, it's Aleatha.
And this is another episode of Off the Record.
It is indeed.
Aleatha didn't want to record today.
I'm tired.
She never wants to record. In fact, we were supposed to do this yesterday. I go through a meeting in the morning. I come back to office mentally prepared that we're going to record the show, and my calendar has changed. And why did it change?
Because I moved it. I was like, I can't.
Yeah.
I just couldn't do it.
Yeah. And then we come in office today, and she's like...
Destiny berated me and told me I had no choice. And I was like, I assure you, I do have a choice.
Well, let's see what's up Destiny's sleeves. I always feel like this list, whatever it is Destiny's way of getting back at us for whatever's happened the last 2 weeks.
I feel like the original concept was like, just think of really fun things that you could ask us to talk about that are just silly or stupid or maybe pop culture related or something. But I think that she uses things that jabs at one of us or the other of us.
I'm going to do it this way so I don't...
Yeah, so you don't see them all.
Get ahead. Okay. What's something people assume about you that isn't true? One thing is that Aleatha ain't...
Answer for your own self. Don't be answering what people assume about me.
I'm just telling you what Destiny said.
I don't care about what
Destiny said. Aleatha ain't everyone's bestie.
Something don't make sense.
All right, so here's what happens. We do this show, we do videos, we do the vlog. Aleatha does what she does all the time. And then there are people in the comments or people at the grocery store or people at the restaurant who goes, girl, you and I, we're best friends.
We
aren't,
you
didn't know this.
Yeah,
and what's the reality?
I don't want any new friends. Like, there's some people, I ain't going to say no names, okay? And there's no way to know because there's been plenty of people that have said this to us or in person and in the comments, right? I just feel like we're best friends. I just feel like we'd be soulmates. So I'm not saying anyone in particular, but I'm just saying that there's some of y'all that have said that I have then clicked on your little profile picture and went to your your Facebook page and discovered that it was an immediate no. There's absolutely nothing about you that I would enjoy at all. So I can't be friends.
Now, I got a confession to make on that note. Aleatha, about once every 2 weeks, she asked me at random, she goes, do you know Jane Smith? I'm like, why? And she's like, oh, well, they asked to be my Facebook friends. I just want to know if you know them. I'm like, well, I've heard of them, but I think I know. I'm probably Facebook friends with them. And she goes,
delete. And sometimes after we do, like if we do an off the record that like really does really well, sometimes like some of them really kind of semi-blow up or whatever, I'll have a little insurgence like that of people that are adding me as friends. And that's why I'm like, I'm not adding to anybody. Now, if he knows them and he's like, yeah, they're fine or whatever, I'll probably add them. But if I don't know them and he don't know them, you ain't getting in.
Right.
You ain't got the key.
Now, I'm not going to answer your question, but I'm curious, what do you think, what is something about me?
What do you mean you're not going to answer the question? I didn't get to answer mine. Apparently, it was answered for me.
What's something about me that people assume about me that's not true?
That you're just sweet and kind and just so sweet and kind and such a nice, sweet and kind guy. He's just, he's just so sweet.
Are you blowing up my spot?
You asked, I'm... You asked, so I'm going to tell it. You is a low-key, undercover asshole when you want to be. You are not always so sweet and kind.
Well...
Because, hey, sweetheart. How you doing? Hey, brother. Good to see you, brother.
Now, you are over-exaggerating, but I genuinely...
As one does. I have a comedic license. I'm allowed.
I genuinely care about people when I go talk to them.
I didn't say you didn't care about them. I never said that. I said you want as sweet and kind and precious and sweet and kind and precious all the time like people think you are. Because you asked me what I thought people would assume about you. That was my answer.
Okay.
Next.
Well, it is true. I am an undercover asshole.
I mean, I'm here for it. Don't get me wrong. I'm here for it most of the time.
I can be petty. But I'm never dramatic.
Danny, when he said that right then, I want you to do an absolute lightning strike straight down on top of his ass because that is a lie. I'm here to tell you that right now. People say women are dramatic. Work with some men and their egos and see who's dramatic.
I'm not even going to try to touch it. It's too difficult to try to defend.
I love you for that.
All right, next one. What's something you thought was normal until someone called you out?
Is this answered for me already too, or do I get to answer this for myself?
No.
Something that I thought was normal until someone called it out.
Right.
Like, I know I can answer that for Destiny.
Okay.
She thought that the way she said Smithfields.
How she say it, Tyler.
And
Tyler,
piggly wiggly.
Piggly wiggly.
The piggly wiggly. It's Smithfields.
She's going to Smithfields.
She be getting hung up. Them F's be getting hung up when she's trying to say it with Smithfields.
Now, what's funny is that Destiny thought, we need a picture of Destiny.
Right now.
Right. But
right now.
Right. But what Destiny thought by doing this is that she was getting us. Like,
and
we
she
were
got
God. Yeah, she got God.
Don't hate the player, hate the game, baby. But anyway, she really did think that she was saying it like in a normal way, and she had to be told that she wasn't. So that's my answer. My answer is about Destiny.
Did I miss something? Was there something else I was supposed to think of or say right then? No, she's over there. She is defeated, ladies and gentlemen. And
she'll be all right. She's
tough. You ready? Red flag hobbies. Red flag.
Oh. So if somebody plays a certain or have what is a hobby that somebody has that's an immediate red flag? Oh, okay. Is that what you're saying? Mm-hmm. Pickleball.
What?
Immediate.
You have just destroyed Ryan Pittman.
Disc golf. Immediate.
You have just destroyed Joseph Noble. Keep going. I am developing a list of enemies for you.
Bunko.
You have just destroyed Marcia Stout. Keep going. I am here for it.
Dungeons and Dragons.
You have just destroyed probably Christy's entire family.
Cosplay.
You have just destroyed your own daughter. Let's go. I can do this all day.
I'll keep going.
These are red flags.
I said, yeah.
Okay, keep going.
Now, a red flag means, I don't know. But I mean, I know Hannah, so it's different. But so it's not obviously every person that plays pickleball or every person that does this. But if I don't know you,
keep digging that hole. I've got the shovel for you.
Let me tell it. If I don't know you at all, and one of the first things I learn about you in a 15-minute conversation is that you do any of those things, I do have questions about it.
Well, she has. Ladies and gentlemen, she already said at the beginning that this is a public service announcement. She already said at the beginning that she didn't want any more friends. Well, she has just ensured that she ain't accumulating anybody to that list.
It's fine. No one cares, honestly. It's fine.
You ready?
Yeah. How come I'm the only one? Why don't you answer?
Because I didn't know that.
You're a man without hobbies, though. You don't have hobbies.
I don't.
No, you have no hobby. Think of it.
I like golf. I never play. I like basketball, but I never play. Yeah, I don't play cards. I like cards. I just don't play. Mm-hmm. Wow, I'm pathetic. Thanks. I'm going to go see my psychologist now.
We all need it sometimes. Next.
So the earlier was me with a lightning strike. Apparently now is the sound of the violin playing and you gray it out and it's just a poor, pathetic BJ.
Correct. I hope he does it too.
Aleatha being singled out for new hire warning. Now that was a funny video.
Whatever. and then these idiots are going to try to sit there and convince me afterwards that it was an act of love. So here's what that it was done in love. That it was all love. Was it?
I need to tell people what happened. See, what had happened was that there's a trend on TikTok about if you were a new hire, who is somebody in the office that you would warn them about. And almost to the T, almost every single person said Aleatha. Well, Aleatha.
What'd you warn them about that even? I feel like they should have had to answer that.
Aleatha took offenses to that, and
yeah, I want to know, what is it you're going to say, though? If you're going to warn them about me, what are you warning them about? Exactly. Think about it. I want to hear them. I want them to go back and have to answer that and say what you're going to warn them about.
Well, this show is pretty much that. That is the answer. It's like, you remember that skit?
This is not something that needs to be warned about.
So it's remember that I forgot what station it was on, but it was Bon Qui Qui. She said, "I will cut you."
I don't say that.
You don't have to say that because you will.
I probably want to. Honestly.
There it is. There it is.
No, but anyways, yeah, so they made me feel some type of way. But what really pissed me off about it is then they're going to try to turn around and make it out like it was an act of love of some kind to say that. You know, and that was like, no, it won't. If you're going to say that and you're going to do it, then own it. Just go on and own it and say that that's what you did. But I said what I said on the video, and I believe it. And I have text messages and messages to prove it from multiple employees that message me when I am not here, including you, that say that it was boring and they didn't have no fun today and that they missed me and it wasn't the same when I'm not here.
If you quit, I quit.
Next question.
That's yeah. What is the worst excuse you've ever used to avoid doing something? I know Destiny's answer.
The worst excuse you've ever given to avoid, honey. Listen, I will come up with the plot of a novel. Okay, backstory, characters. I don't care if I don't want to do it and I'm going to get out of it. I will find a very convincing way to get out of it. You'll be telling me, "I'm so sorry you're going through this" when I'm done talking about it, but I'm not coming.
See, for Destiny, it's I'm going to have a baby, so she's going to be out a month. So
that's not an excuse. Actually, that's a reason.
That's a reason. I know.
That's a
Shut
reason.
Up. It was fun though. Well, I did it to Destiny this week.
What?
Just yesterday, actually. I didn't want to handle a project because they were giving me the runaround.
They got on your nerves
to the point that I just put them on ice. Like, I ain't answering you for a little bit until I'm ready. Because obviously they asked a question. I went through a detailed analysis to answer it for them. I gave them all the pros and cons and the prices and this and that. And then they came back and just completely flipped the script on me. And it just, y'all aren't taking us that seriously because I went through all of this to give you what you wanted and now you're changing the game. I put you on ice.
Listen, I'm a firm believer in everybody ain't your customer.
Right. And so I actually...
We ain't the ones for you.
I actually just made Destiny do it.
He did, and she was not happy about it.
And here was my excuse was, I am the bottleneck. But the truth is, I am a lot of times.
That was the excuse, though. I forgot about that.
That was the excuse.
It absolutely was not why. It was because he was annoyed and he didn't want to deal with her anymore.
Right.
So he had you do it, which is why you should have been listed as a warning because you do that mess.
Somebody's a little hurt.
Anyways. Anyways.
All right. What animal would you use to describe each other? Tiger.
Scared.
She just come out. She's like a mountain lion that stalks her prey and only pounce if she feels like I'm going in for the kill.
I don't believe I've ever felt more loved in all my life than I have this week. All the things that people are using in ways that they're choosing to describe me.
Yeah. But mountain lions, they do a lot of things on their own. And
Don't attempt.
Fine, I won't.
What kind of animal are you? I feel like he's a little meow meow kiki sometimes.
A what?
Sometimes I feel like
a what?
He's like
what was that?
A golden retriever.
What was the first one?
Sometimes I feel like a meow meow kitty.
A kitty cat?
Yeah. A cat. It's a meow meow kitty. That's what I call it.
How? I don't purr at nobody.
Because you do have that element of you that is just sweet and kind of precious and innocent and childlike. There is a small part of your personality that is like that. 100%.
I would have never in a
That's
million
why I
years
said
thought someone described me as a meow meow
Hey, wait a
kitty
second. I
kitty.
just thought about something. We're both cats.
Yeah, we are. Yeah. Yours is ferocious and mine's a little weakling over here.
I didn't say.
Little meow meow.
BJ, I said you were.
Damn. Next question.
I can't.
God. You haven't been loved. You don't feel loved this week, but I'm like, I might as well be a pussycat.
Oh my God.
Who would be the last to survive a horror movie?
This did not as planned. I said you were a combination. I said I felt like you were a combination of a lot of animals.
The last to survive. I'm going to tell you. I think, yeah, we're done with that.
I can't, y'all tickle.
I think the one last to survive a horror movie in our office would be Danny.
Oh, 100% I agree with that.
Because Danny is not going to take the lead, so he's not going to be killed first or second, and he's going to stay in the background in the shadows because he doesn't need to worry about all that. He's pretty resourceful, and he's physically fit. He's incredibly intelligent. Yeah, Danny survives.
Oh, 100%. And he's quiet. I would die because they would hear my big ass mouth talking shit. Mm-hmm. So I'd be out.
Right.
But Danny's really smart and really quiet, so he probably would survive.
Destiny feels like she's done all the damage she could possibly do to our relationship, so she's escaping the room at this very minute. In fact, let me. There's Destiny. Leaving the set. See all these cameras recording right now? She is leaving the room. She even grabbed her purse. She's leaving.
Let me tell you something, though. One of the reasons I'm laughing is because I thought you were. It's because I thought. It's because I thought that you were. I thought you were questioning me because I was calling a cat a meow meow kitty kitty. You were questioning me because it's how I described you. Because I thought that he was like, what did you say? What did you say? Because I said, instead of saying cat, I said meow meow kitty kitty. So I thought he was questioning me because he didn't understand what animal I was saying. And like he was going to pick on me for calling a cat a meow meow kitty kitty. But the reality is he was questioning me because I described him as a meow meow kitty kitty.
Yes, exactly. Yes, now you get it.
I know, but BJ, I told you you're a combination. You also do have some of those attributes as a lion. 100% you do. You can also be funny and silly like the laughing hyenas in The Lion King, who have silly personalities and you're goofy sometimes.
Be prepared.
Yes. Like, I just feel like you're a combination of a lot of things, which is better to me than being just one dominant thing all the time, which is exhausting and why I'll probably die alone, to be honest. So anyway.
Well, one thing I will tell you that is if you're not following our Magic Mile Media social media channels right now, you're missing out because we have got 3 interns this summer and they're having a blast. As expected, they are picking on us,
yeah, they are.
As well as putting out really good content. So really proud of them. So make sure you go follow us at Magic Mile Media on TikTok, Facebook, Instagram. The interns are doing a great job.
Yeah, they are. This was fun. I'm sorry I disrupted the flow because I got so tickled, but I could not help it.
It's okay.
And I love you so much.
I love you too. See,
besties for life.
We're the 2 best friends
that anyone can
have. Right? Take that, Brandon.
Yeah, Brandon. Bye, y'all.